Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video we're going to do an unboxing, setup, and we'll test out this it's Elikliv autofocus 4K digital microscope. It's got a 10.1 inch screen, and it's also got an arm that clamps to the desk to kind of keep it out of your work area. Links in the description if you want to actually click and check it out, but go ahead and get into the unboxing, and then we'll just run through some tests, maybe look at some coins, and maybe some soldering. So unboxing it. Instructions, of course. It's our 10.1 inch screen, really big. USB cable. This one looks like it's going to be USB-C, probably power. Remote control, I like that. That's simple. Like just record, simple menu, not too many buttons like my old one. Cleaning cloth, power block. And here's our arm that would actually clamp to the desk. Clamp itself. Heavy duty. It's got some weight to it. I guess it needs to with the screen's so big. The part of the arm here. Ring light. Just on more parts of the mounting bracket, I think. Don't know what this is, we'll figure it out. And then it also does come with a mat. And this mat's actually kind of cool. Let me get it out of the cellophane. All right, this mat actually has storage containers here that actually close. So that's kind of neat. So next we'll do here, we'll go ahead and get it assembled and get it mounted on the desk, and we'll test it out. All right, first setup here, it does come with two Allen wrenches. The 5mm one is the one we're going to use first. And for step one is going to be to take the screw out of the bottom of this. And this is actually a base plate for your clamp. Your clamp has a little post here, and base plate's got holes in it. So you're going to just basically set this like so. And then the arm has a hole on the other side right here, so that's going to go over that post. And then we're going to put the screw in. I just got that snugged up, and now I need to head in my little shop here so we can actually mount it on the desk to finish the assembly. All right, it turns out my old mat is a lot bigger than the one this came with, so I'm going to stick with the old mat, but we'll go ahead and get this actually mounted on the desk. Now, my base plate right here was actually loose, so I did tighten these down. And I'm just going to go ahead and just put it on the edge of the desk, and then we'll tighten it. Just put it under my mat here. And next step, we're going to attach the arm to it. And this will actually go up and down if you want it to. And I just knocked off the bottom cover to it, but that's all right. Next step here, I'm going to take this black nut here that comes with it. I'm just going to remove it thread it in here. And you just get it in the position that you want it, and then put the nut back on to kind of lock it in place. And then this can also, by loosening this little back piece here, this can actually go up and down or lock in place. I'm just going to lower it all the way for right now and lock it in place. And now we're ready to install the actual microscope. And for our monitor, this did mention it comes with a micro SD card. I didn't see it when I unboxed it. It actually already is installed. It goes right there, and it actually was installed from the factory, so it's in there. It's a 64 gigabyte one. I'll probably replace it though with a name brand one. But this just drops in here, and you have a knob on the side, one right here, one right here. You just want to go ahead and just snug them up. And last thing we need to do is put the ring light on, and it's got 3 places to tighten it down. And I'm not real thrilled if this goes on, but you want to just put it, looks like above that little red line, but you want to make sure you don't tighten any of these down on any of the buttons. So I'm just going to snug that up. And then for cables here, this cable I thought was a double-sided USB. It's actually a micro. It's actually a HDMI cord hooked into a computer or a TV. So I'm not going to be doing that for right now. So I'm just going to set that out of the way. As for power here, we're going to be using the USB-C. And one interesting thing about this here, it does have some cable management features. It has these channels here that actually will come off, so you can actually flip them around to run your cables to keep them out of the way. So I'm going to attempt to do some cable management, and then we'll start testing it out here. Alright, so these cables can consider themselves managed. I actually really like that feature actually, where it actually has the places to run the wires and get them out of your way. That's actually really cool. Next thing we need to do now is we'll go ahead and actually try it out. So we'll take the screen off. Now the remote control, it says in the instructions, cannot turn it on, it can only turn it off. So we're going to go ahead and power it on with the power button. And you have your buttons down here too, okay? So it starts off in autofocus mode, that's what AF is. But then you can do manual focus, plus or minus. If you're working on the same stuff all the time, then you can actually just basically set it to where, you know, you just push your P1 or P2 and it just automatically goes to whatever's in focus for whatever you're normally working on. I'm never working on the same thing 2 times in a row, so that's probably not something I'm ever going to use, but it is there. And the remote control right here, I'll go ahead and pull a little tab out to get the battery working here. And you're able to start video recording or take pictures, menu, and then I guess just various functions in the menus here. Not going to get too in depth into that. On the screen here, it does tell us how much our memory card has left on it. There's 52 gigs on it, and how many pictures we can take. And then on the top left there, it's telling us AF is autofocused in 4K and 52M. Somebody in the comments smarter than me will tell me what that is, I'm sure. And so I'm going to get the remote out of the way here, and let's go ahead and record and see if this thing works. Now, I have no idea if this has audio or not. I've been surprised that a couple of these that I've owned actually do. No idea why, but they do. But I'm going to get this recording and try to sync the videos up here. Now, to snap a picture, we're just going to press the OK button. We have the camera icon up top here. It's just the camera, so we're going to hit OK, and it will take a picture. Okay, just held the OK button down, and then in the top left here, the icon changes to a video camera. So now we're on video mode. So I'm going to just hit OK, and we should be recording video here. And I stopped it. It seems like it's kind of slow here. I push OK, and it takes it a second to get going. First thing I'm going to look at is, well, first I'm going to turn the ring light on. We'll switch on the back. Get some light here. And I've got some matches. And we'll see what autofocus is here. Let me try to lift it up. Takes it just a second. It does focus right in. Very, very cool. And get the matches out of the way here, and we'll throw a coin in here, my amazing coin collection, or the quarter I found on the ground. And it does autofocus in on that. If I lift it closer up, give it a second here, and the autofocus is actually pretty quick. That is very freaking cool. All right, next thing I've got here is a circuit board. And let's see if we can actually just maybe remove that chip. Put some flux on it. And I would normally protect components around this, but this board is trash. It's a bad skin module or screen module from a Jeep or Dodge or something, I don't recall. But throw some hot air on it here to see if we can remove it. So even having the hot air in there, it's messing with the autofocus a little bit, but not too bad. I'll turn my fan speed up here. I was doing something else here. Fan speed's kind of low. Alright, there we go, chip removed. And I'm going to put it up to the camera here, or to the microscope, see if we can get it to autofocus on it. And look at that, I can read it beautifully. Now that is actually pretty awesome. So I'm going to set that aside for right now. Something else I'm going to do with that another day, another video. And last thing I wanted to do is maybe just throw some wires in front of it here and see if it's going to adjust and autofocus on that for us. And it looks like it's kind of missing the wire a little bit, but see if we can kind of manually adjust it. You can also hold down the autofocus button and turn off autofocus. Now I just had to give it a second there. It actually got it. Looks pretty focused to me now. So I'll go ahead and see if we can just solder these real quick here. A little flux. We'll untangle my soldering iron here. So we can heat the wire up. Trying to look through the camera, probably don't need to on something this big here. It's something I guess it takes getting used to here, and I'm kind of new at it. But the main thing I want to see is just not how good or bad I'm soldering, just if you can actually see it and how the autofocus is working. And so far I'm actually pretty impressed with it. So, all right, I think we'll probably end the video here. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the comments, and of course there's going to be a link in the description of this. You want to click it and check it out. It kind of helps the channel out. And I don't think I really have anything else to add to this, so until next time, I guess we will talk to everybody later.